Keep your spine straight. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Take a deep breath in. Hold it there. Oh. 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 Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Saraswatyai Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Samasta Jana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Pranams to the Lord. Pranams to all the Mahatmas in tonight's session of Gita, a unique project. With His grace only we are going to complete it. Last Sunday was our first session. So we are trying to see the nuances of pronunciation first, and then little bit of Sanskrit grammar so that we don't make major mistakes, probably where to stop or in our understanding, and little bit of meaning. So our meaning and our Sanskrit are not going to be like a very detailed class. So all of us are coming from different backgrounds. Some of us may not even know how to write a Devanagari. So just to instigate that interest that there is something like this, or just to change the view, or how to see the verse in a different perspective. But our focus is always going to remain on how to chant the Gita nicely. That one grantha, one scripture, which all of us must know to chant perfectly, that I would insist. It is a sar of all the Upanishads. So even if we don't reach up to that stage, doesn't matter, the sar of Upanishad we are doing, at least this one. So as a family, I would definitely insist a couple, their children, their parents, in-laws, all sit together and chant little. This is going to be life transforming. It will bring certain changes in us. It will inculcate certain discipline, and we will look at life in a different manner. So the whole effort is only on that angle. So not to expect, because if I'll start too much grammar, half of the crowd will, it's not going to be of interest of all. Too much of meaning, there is so much available on the net also. But pronunciation, that is our forte. The way we are going to pronounce is not so very easily taught. You will get different kinds. There's no criticism. There is different kinds of pronunciation, but ours is having a little depth. And for that forte, we are holding the class. So again, I'll be clearing that the scope of the class is focusing on the chanting. Last week, we have seen the Dhyana Shloka. The first of it, we started with it. We have to do 8 more in the list. So as a practice, I'll chant first. Then those who are first timers in my class, I want them to raise hand to chant. So 1 or 2 people can raise hands so that I can get a feel of how the class is progressing. Okay, let's do that. Om Shri Paramatmane Namaha. Atha Gita Dhyanam. Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Grathitam Purana Munina Mabhye Mahabharatam Advaitamritavarshini Bhagavatim Ashtadashaadhyayini Amba Tvamanusandathami Bhagavad Gita Bhavadveshini. Now what I want, those who are with my class first time. Yes, I see Chaitanya ji. Okay, could you chant the verse?
Hari Om Ashaji. Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Krathitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitamruta Varshinim Bhagavatim Ashtadashadhyayinim Amba Tvamanusandathami Bhagavad Gita Bhavadveshini.
Very good, excellent. Now, what you can improve your pronunciation is the nakara, where it comes Varshinim. Can you say that word? Advaitamrita Varshinim. Say standalone. Third line.
Third line. Advaitamrita Varshinim.
Okay. So this Varshinim is happening. So it is not ni. It is
yes,
touch the tip of the tongue to the roof of the pen. Nim.
Advaitamrita Varshinim.
Same thing will happen in the last word. Bhagavad Gita Bhavadveshi. And correct. In the second line, Purana.
Puranam.
Purana. So that Purana Munina. And in the first line, Narayanena. Correct. So Nakara has to be good. Excellent. And then that sh slowly you will get. Varshinim, Ashta. See how my mouth shape is changing. Ashta, Varshinim. What I'm trying to do is trying to touch the tongue to the roof of the palate and like a whistle. Sh. So that is the sh which eventually you will try. Excellent. For the first try, this is fantastic. Shri Devi Bodaji.
Hari Om, madam.
Ji.
Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Grathitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitamrita Varshinim Bhagavatim Ashtadashaadhyayinim Amba Tvamanusandathami Bhagavad Gita Bhavadveshini.
Excellent, excellent. So we'll have this practice, 2 new people to chant each time, so that I also get familiar with the new people and I also get familiar like what more efforts I have to put or ideas I have to put so that the chanting can get better. Then we move on to a quick recap and then we will move on with the children first. Okay, so I'll just say what is in the meaning in the first line is Parthaya. We saw it as the 4th case when we are giving it to somebody. This is what we saw. And Narayanena or Bhagavata. This was the 3rd case. Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam. That is the 3rd case. That means by whom the action is done. By Lord Narayana, the action is done to Arjuna of what? Pratibodhitam. To give the knowledge. What knowledge of what? Then we come on the 2nd line, this Purana Munina and Vyasena. So Vyasa is the ancient saint. So Vyasena, Purana Munina, that is the 3rd case. He has done what? Madhye Mahabharatam, in between, in the middle of the Mahabharata, he has Grathitam, he has constructed this. What has he constructed? Then there are 4 adjectives. Advaitamrita Varshinim, Bhagavatim, Ashtadashadhyayinim and Bhavadveshinim. So in the last word. So these are all endings similar. So we have collected all that. So he has done all this. To what is this? This is a description of Bhagavad Gita. So Amba Bhagavad Gita. Oh Mother Bhagavad Gita. We saw this as Sambodhan. Oh, when we cry out, when we call out, we say, oh. So this Amba Bhagavad Gita is one word. This is Sambodhan. Pushpaji had asked, and at that time of asking it was, but in the end during the prayer, yes, sir, I got that. That is a Sambodhan Vibhakti only. And all others, a description are going in Dvitiya because Tvam. Tvam is a Dvitiya, second case of the word you. You is a Yushmat Shabda in Sanskrit. You means Yushmat. And then there are cases for that. So Tvam, Tvam, Tvaya. Tvaya means you. That we will see slowly. So Tvam, to you, Sandadhami. So we last time we didn't touch any verbs. We just touch the vibhakti. So today I'm just going to say one statement. So write this somewhere top and key. In Sanskrit, we have only two categories of words. One is the noun category and other is the verb category. Nama and Kriyapada. Namapada and Kriyapada. So don't forget this. Okay. Kriyapada, that means the action words, all the verbs which shows the action. And what is not a Kriyapada, everything else is put into the Namapada only. Everything else is put as a Namapada. So we have only two categories, Namapada and Kriyapada. All action words, all our verbs are Kriyapada. What is not an action word, everything is put under the heading Namapada. This we should keep a clarity. Okay. If this is clear, the second point is every word will have a root word from where the word has originated. Keep it in mind. Root word. Okay. From where that particular word has come. If it is a Kriyapada, such a root word is called as Dhatu. Please write it and keep. The root word of a Kriyapada is called, the Sanskrit terminology for that is Dhatu. Okay, this is one part. And the root word in the Namapada is called as Shabda. So we have got in Sanskrit only two categories, Namapada and Kriyapada. All action words are Kriyapada. What is not an action word, what is not a verb, all comes under Namapada. The root word, the original word from where that word is going to have all the suffixes attached and all things are happening. In the Kriyapada, that root word is called as Dhatu. And in the Namapada, that word is called as Shabda. So this much we should not forget throughout our journey. Okay, Dhatu and Shabdas are there. Now, in this Dhatu, there are two types. We need not worry about it now. Of this Anusandadhami is of one category, which denotes I am following. Anusandadhami. That when that me ending is coming, it denotes I am of one category. If we touch the next two verses, then there will be of another category, one example. So when Anusandadhami means come, I am following. So you will ask, where is I written over there? I is not written in that. From the ending of this verb, it understands that I am doing. For example, Patami means I am studying. So where is I, where is am? From that word Patami itself, it is understood. Namami. From where it is understood, I am bowing down. From that ending Namami, it is understood that I am doing that action. Likhami, I am writing. From where I am is not existing over there. But when you say Likhami, it is understood I am writing. So you keep this ending in mind. So there are two categories. So in that one category is like this ending, Likhami, Namami, Patami. So in that which means I am doing that action. I. So first person. I am doing that action. In that Sanskrit, the first person is not called Pratham Purush. In Sanskrit, first person means Uttama Purush. I am doing the action. So this is Uttama. So over here, Amba Bhagavad Gita, O Mother Bhagavad Gita, Tvam, to you, Sandadhami. I am following you. I am, seeking refuge in you. I am doing my namaskara to you. So the first full verse is description of this Bhagavad Gita Amma, to whom we are saluting. And all other 4 things are her adjectives. Amruta Varshini, she's Bhagavati. So Bhagavat is like those who have 6 Bhaga. So all the Yasha, all the Shri, all that is of that Bhagavat Shabda it has. That then we have her as Ashtadasha Adhyayan in 18 chapters she has, and she's Bhavadveshini. The last time Sharda ji had asked, what is Bhavadveshini? So one who destroys our samsara. So we can still be living in this world, but happy. But at the moment, we don't have a continuous happiness. Some days we are sad. Some days we feel, oh my God, this family, So the husband can be the most loving, children can be the ones whom you adore the most, and sometimes these 2 only first will be feeling, oh my God, how to deal with this. Vice versa also. The children also will be feeling like that, oh my God, how is my mom like this, or whatever. Vice versa, husband can also feel. So we don't have that consistent happiness. This up and down is itself called as bhava. And then this birth and rebirth we always are not doing punyas, right? We do papa karmas also, and we like to do our papa karmas in hiding. We don't exhibit that. Everybody want the result of the punya, but punya we don't want to do. We don't want the papa karma phala, but papa is we indulge into. If I say a patient, okay, you don't eat this, then without my knowledge, okay, eating that. A mother says, don't do this to the child, and without the knowledge, the person. So one who is indulging in the action knows that it's not the right thing, but we will still do it because we have our own desires. We are propelled with that compulsion of that particular action. So this is incurring our janma. That is why we are born, to experience the fruit of our action. I'm happy. Some good karmas we have done, we are having happy moments. Some bad karmas we have done, we are having sad moments. And it is not only of this life. We've got all our records are written and kept accordingly. Each phala is fructifying. So to that mother, that who is going to destroy this, because learning Bhagavad Gita is going to bring us out of this suffering. To that mother, I am doing my namaskara. I'm sorry. So we should keep this meaning very much in mind, and not mentally just memorize and chant. So as we would complete our 9 verses, this we will keep as our opening prayer. So that each time our namaskara we are offering, so that by the end of our learning, something is changing in us. That change we should experience, that comes with the grace. Effort of learning we should do. With the grace, the result will come. Okay. Now let's go ahead with the second verse. So the kids are going to raise hand first. Yes, I see Jayant and Nikhilaji. You can start. Now in this verse, Namostute Vyasa it is. So now the namaskara to Vyasji, who has written this Mahabharata in which the Bhagavad Gita. So first was to Mother Gita, now to Muni Vyasa. Okay. Namostute Vyasa Vishala Buddhe.
Namostute Vyasa Vishala Buddhe.
Namostute Vyasa Vishala Buddhe.
Very good. Pullarvindayata Patra Netra.
Pullarvindayata Patra Netra.
Pullarvindayata Patra Netra.
Yena Tvaya Bharata Taila Purnaha.
Yena Tvaya Bharata Taila Purnaha.
Yena Tvaya Bharata Taila Purnaha.
प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमयः प्रदीपः
प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमयः प्रदीपः
प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमयः प्रदीपः
नमोऽस्तु ते व्यासविशालबुद्धे फुल्लारविन्दायतपत्रनेत्र
नमोऽस्तु ते व्यासविशालबुद्धे फुल्लारविन्दायतपत्रनेत्र
नमोऽस्तु ते व्यासविशालबुद्धे पुल्लारविन्दायतपत्रनेत्र
येन त्वया भारततैलपूर्णः प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमयः प्रदीपः
येन त्वया भारततैलपूर्णः प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमयः प्रदीपः
येन त्वया भारततैलपूर्णः प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमयः प्रदीपः
नमोऽस्तु ते व्यासविशालबुद्धे फुल्लारविन्दायतपत्रनेत्र येन
Again, Pullaravinda, we should go short.
नमोऽस्तु ते व्यासविशालबुद्धे फुल्लारविन्दायतपत्रनेत्र येन त्वया भारततैलपूर्णः प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमयः प्रदीपः
Excellent.
नमोऽस्तु ते व्यासविशालबुद्धे पुल्लारविन्दायतपत्रनेत्र येन त्वया भारततैलपूर्णः प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमयः प्रदीपः
Excellent. Namostu te Vyasa-vishala-buddhe Pullara-vindayata-patra-netra Yena tvaya bharata-taila-purnaha Prajvalito jnanamayah pradipaha. So what we have to observe? The red sign, buddhe. So it is not buddhe, not the, it is mahaprana. So it is red color, buddhe. Then this pu. So people in Sanskrit, there is no fu, there is no f word. So what are we doing? We are saying pa. Pa means two lips are joining. Oshtya. I hope you all have watched the videos because it's very crucial. And pa, we say that pa, when we put out with more pressure, is going to be pa. So it is pullara and not fullara. Not fu, pu, pullara. So we have to remember that's a mahaprana, pullara. Then yena tvaya bharata. Bha is a mahaprana, not bharata, but bharata. Then now we see the blue color. Buddhe. The half and a the full, that is a conjunct. So bu will have a pressure. Buddhe, not budhe. Buddhe. Then yena tvaya, not yena tvaya, not yena tvaya. Yena tvaya. Because twa, ta and wo is there. So yena tvaya. And then prajvalito. Why? Jwa is there. Okay. Ja, half, and wa is there. So pra is having pressure. Prajvalito. Then what we have to also understand is this is a anushtup chanda. That means 8 alphabets are there in one quarter. Na, mo, stu, te, vya, sa, vi, sha. Oh, sorry. Not for the namostute. Not in this. We'll go in the next verse, then we will see. But in the second line, ye, na, twa, ya, bha, ra. So, no, not in this verse. I'm very sorry. So where we are going to break, that is very important, where the pada is going to break. So over here we are stopping at Taila Purnaha. So when we stop, when we break that quarter, Purnaha, we have to say the Visarga fully. But let's say if we were not stopping, then our Visarga rule will apply. Purnaf Prajvalito. Like in the previous word, no, in this itself, Jnanamayaf Pradipaha we did, right? So over here, because we are stopping that, we are breaking over there, we are breaking the quarter over there, Purnaha. We have to complete that Visarga. And when we don't break it, it will become like Jnanamayaf Pradipa. Okay. So now this is for the chanting. Now let us go for the meaning. Okay. Now, Namostute. To whom the Namaskara is there? Vyasa Muniji, who is Vishala Buddhi. Vishala Buddhi means what? He is having a great intellect. Then Pullara. Pulla is bloomed, open. Aravinda. Aravinda is lotus. Ayata means very broad. Patra netra. So it is not lotus leaf we should take as a translation. Lotus petal we will take. So whose eyes are like a very broad, full bloom lotus petal. This is what we have to take. So it is Vyasji's description that is going on. The one who is having a very broad intellect, one whose eyes are like lotus. So now what has happened? Yena tvaya, this is the third case. By you. By you. So we are telling it to Vyasji. Tvaya, by you. What you have done? Jnanamayaha Pradipaha Prajvalitaha. So he has done, the Pradipaha means the lamp. So Pradipa, pro is its suffix. So when this pro comes means it's like very brightly lit. It's not just simple Deepaha, not just a simple lamp, but Pradipaha, the lamp that is very brightly lit. What kind of a lamp? Jnanamayaha, of knowledge. Sampurna Jnanamayaha. So this Maya denotes one that is filled with Jnanamayaha. So it says the lamp which is brightly lit, Prajvalitaha means he has Tvaya Prajvalitaha. By him it is being lit, the lamp, the Jnana's lamp. With what? Taila Purnaha, with which oil he has put? Bharata. Here Bharat means Mahabharata. With the oil of Mahabharata, you have lit, by you the lamp of knowledge has been lit brightly. To such a Vyasji, I do my Namaskara. So this is a Vyasji's Namaskara. Namostute Vyasa Vishala Buddhe Khullaravindayata Patra Netra Yena Tvaya Bharata Taila Purnaha Prajvalito Jnanamaya Pradipaha. Any kids are there? Any kids? All kids done? Okay. Okay. Now adults can raise hand. Chaitanya. And Sharda ji. Okay. Prapanna Parijataya. Chaitanya ji.
Oh, sorry, Varsha, I think someone might do. I have a doubt in the previous verse, so I thought of I raised hand.
Okay. Okay. No, we'll complete this and then we will take the doubts.
Okay. I can
So,
decide.
but you can volunteer. You can volunteer. Others who out of turn not to unmute and chant. Okay. So please stay muted. Chaitanya and Sharda ji, you can do the volunteering now. Prapanna Parijataya.
Prapanna Parijataya.
प्रपन्नपारिजाताय
स्तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये
वेत्रैकपाणये
स्तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये
ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय
ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय
ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय
गीतामृतदुहे नमः।
गीतामृतदुहे नमः
नमः.
नमः नमः
Again.
गीतामृतदुहे नमः
गीतामृतदुहे नमः।
प्रपन्नपारिजाताय स्तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये
प्रपन्नपारिजाताय स्तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये
प्रपन्नपारिजाताय स्तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये
ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः।
ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः
ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः।
Go for the full verse.
प्रपन्नपारिजाताय स्तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः
Very good.
प्रपन्नपारिजाताय स्तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः।
Perfect. प्रपन्नपारिजाताय स्तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः. So now over here, we have this prapanna, jnanamudraya. So we have this only two dvitvas, there's no mahaprana over here. But common mistake is totra vaitreka, people say vaitre, they reverse, but it is not vaitre, it is vetrai. A and I ki matra we should not interchange. Okay, then panaye, anakara is there, panaye, and krishnaya, ana is also there. Now we have to learn one Sanskrit grammar rule. Whenever this namaha word comes, we have to use always the fourth case. So this verse is offering namaha to Krishna, Krishnaya namaha, like how we have Shri Ganeshaya namaha, Om Namah Shivaya. So we have used this word, but we were not knowing that Shivaya, Ganeshaya, Krishnaya, these are fourth case. Like fourth case where we have done this Parthaya, correct? So Parthaya, Shivaya, like that we have over here Krishnaya. So this namaskara is for Krishna. So whatever is describing Krishna is going to take fourth case because namaha word has come. So my namaskaras to for. So whenever we are giving something to somebody, when we are offering something to somebody, that is going to be fourth case. And also the rule is whenever you are doing a whenever you're going to use namaha word, the case is going to be fourth case. So Krishnaha, which would have been otherwise the first case, or Krishnam is a second case, or like how we have seen Vyasena, like that, Krishnena, that would have been the third case, but now it is Krishnaya. So to Krishna, fourth case, we are doing namaskar. So now whatever is his description, what kind, all is having the fourth case. Prapanna Parijataya. So Parijataya is a fourth case. Stotra Vetreka Panaye. Now this is a fourth case, then why it is not looking like Parijataya Krishnaya? Why it is looking like Panaye? Because the word is not ending, like Partha, Vyasa, Vyasaya, Krishna, ending it is there. And it is, that's why aya, like that it is. But Pani is E ending. So we have Panaye. Like over here, we had Vyasa Vishala Buddhe. For Buddhi, Buddhe. So like that, Pani, Panaye is the fourth case. Okay. Jnana Mudraya. And then Gitamrita Duhe Namaha. So now what is the description? So we understood that the whole verse is in the fourth case because Namaha word has come. And by all the whole others are description of Lord Krishna. So this verse is offering Namaskara to Lord Krishna. Hence, all the adjectives that relate to Krishna will also be in the same case, same vibhakti, Chaturthi vibhakti, fourth case. Now we see the meaning. Prapanna Parijataya. Now Prapanna means the one who has surrendered. Parijata is a tree that fulfills all the desires. So over here, the actual meaning is those who have surrendered to Lord Krishna, he is like a wish-fulfilling tree. To that wish-fulfilling tree, my namaskara. Okay, so we are not going to get the internal grammar. So Prapannanam Parijata. So this is called as Samasaha. So now please, we don't complicate with more things. We just see a smaller thing now. And as we go ahead, there is something called as Samasaha, where internally how the words combine, then how do we break that is seen. So for this, just remember the fourth case. Internal changes, I'll say the meaning in English. Then Totra, Vetra, then this I has happened over there, right? So this, like the word has joined. Eka, Panaye. Eka means one. Pani means hand. So in one hand, what is he holding? Totra and Vetra. Totra is the reins. Reins where the horses are controlled. And Vetra is the whip. So in one hand, he is holding the reins and the whip. So whose description? Krishna's description. The one who is the fulfiller, wish fulfiller of people who have surrendered to him. The one who is holding in one hand the reins and the whip to control the horses. And other hand, what he's doing? Jnana Mudraya. In one hand, he's holding the Jnana Mudra. What is a Jnana Mudra? Where you join the index finger with your thumb. Yeah. So what is the significance of this? So many significances are there. Now we'll just take one part of it. The thumb represents Paramatma. So he is untouched by all the other four things. The first thing is we, the Jivatma. Other three things are the states of our mind. Now we are in Jagrat Avastha. I hope nobody is sleeping in their class. Then we get into dream sleep. Then we get into a deep sleep. So these are our three stages. So the Jivatma and Paramatma Aikya, the union of ourselves with the Supreme Truth, that there is no separation. We are above all the three states, not just Jagrat, Swapna and Sushupti, not just waking, dreaming and sleeping. The fourth state. So when we are keeping behind the three states, and then when we are one with him, that is the Jnana. So the whole purpose of Gita is getting into this. Krishna is in this Jnana Mudra state. And how he is doing, what is he doing? He is milking this Amrita, this elixir of Gita. To such a Krishna, my namaskara. So Krishnaya Namaha. How is the Krishna? He is Prapanna Parijata, fulfilling. The one who have surrendered to him, he fulfills the wish. He is Totra Vetraika Panaye. In one hand, he is holding the whip and the reins. Jnana Mudraya, the one who is holding the Jnana Mudra. Gitamrita Duhe, one who is the milking, the nectar of the Gita. To such a Krishna, my namaskara. All are fourth cases. Fourth case comes because the word Namaha is used. That is the Sanskrit grammar rule. Whenever in a sentence there is a Namaha, we do the fourth case. So it's Krishnaya Namaha, like we say Ganeshaya Namaha, or we say Shivaya Namaha, Namah Shivaya. So when in Sanskrit, when you, so if this Krishna word was placed, Krishna Prapanna Parijataya, and Totra was come down, Totra Vetreka Panaye, Jnanamudraya, you have anywhere, anyhow you shuffle the words, the meaning is not going to change. If Namaha came in the starting, Namaha Totra Vetreka Panaye, sense is still the same. Gita Amrita Duhe Krishnaya Namaha. Okay, sense. So like in other languages, we can't change. I am going to school. I can't say school going. I am. We can't change that. But in Sanskrit, we can place any word anywhere. The sense of the sentence remains the same because it travels with that entire preposition. So this can, because I am an Ayurveda doctor, I can tell the whole medical science is written in a poetic way. So you can play with the words very easily and it becomes so very rich. And to match a tune, match a thing, the meaning will not change. So when we make a sentence out of that poem and we put it in one sentence, one line, then that is called as Anvaya. I'm just telling the word, but don't spend your energy on understanding it. When we poetic lines, when we combine it into one prose line to make one sense, that is called as Anvaya. We don't see it now. As we progress slowly, I'll be telling you. So this is one beauty where you can place any word anywhere. It is still complete and it is still rational. It is grammatically correct. So that one we have benefit of Sanskrit. For example, if I'm going to say, let's say I'm eating a mango. Okay, aham is I, amram is a mango, and I'm eating a mango with my hand. So hand is hasta. So by hand, we know the third case we have to use because it's by a with. So I'm going to say hastena, and then I'm eating. So because it is I am the action, I'll say khadami. Okay, so aham amram hastena khadami. I am eating mango by hand. Okay, now what it is, if I'm going to say khadami amram hastena aham, same meaning it will come convey. Hastena amram aham khadami, same. Anywhere, anyhow you keep the word, the meaning of the sentence will not change. It is grammatically correct also, and it is okay to do. So if you're going to write any poem going forward, which you would do, I'm so very sure, it's easy because you can rhyme the alphabet lines according to what you have to end or start the sentence. So that's the beauty of Sanskrit, that the whole thing is traveling, so meaning never changes. Prapanna parijataya totra vetraika panaye jnanamudraya krishnaya Gita Duhe Namaha. Next we have Shri Devi Bodaji and Dharini ji to volunteer.
Yeah.
Sarvopanishado Gavaha.
Sarvopanishado Gavaha.
Sarvopanishado Gavaha.
Dogha Gopalanandanaha.
Dogdha Gopalanandanaha.
Dogdha Gopalanandanaha.
Partho Vatsa Sudhir Bhokta.
Partho Vatsa Sudhir Bhokta.
Partho Vatsa Sudhir Bhokta.
Dugdham Geetamritam Mahat.
Dugdham Geetamritam Mahat.
Dugdham Dugdham Gitamritam Mahat.
So Mahatta we will not say, we'll say Mahat Halanta. Okay. Now one thing we are going to learn, our first rule now, a new thing. So I want your attention over here. In this particular line, we have one anuswara, dugdham, and the word next is coming Gita. So G comes in which varga? G comes in that first varga, you know, K, Kh, G, G, if you have seen the audio, correct? So this G is coming in that K varga. And what is the fifth alphabet of the K varga? N. K, Kh, G, Gh, N. So this particular anuswara on Dugdha, we will not chant as Dugdham. We will chant it as Dugdham. Like when we say Ganga, we are not saying Ganga. It is not N. It is Gang. N. So like that. Dugdham Gitamritam Mahat. Then why are we saying Gitamritam? Because the next word is Ma. Ma is in which varga? Pa varga. Pa, Pha, Ba, Bha, Ma. The fifth alphabet is Ma only. So whenever Pa, Pha, Ba, Bha, Ma is going to come, the fifth alphabet is Ma. The anuswara is going to become Ma. Whenever this Ka, Kha, Ga, Gha is going to come, Gitamrita Go is there. So the anuswara will become Na. So now we are going to chant with this knowledge. It's going to be Dugdham Gitamritam Mahat. Now this Mahat, that Ta is having that line under. That Ta line under is called as Halanta. That means that alphabet is not having any swara into it. If it was Mahatta, that means A should be there into it. A is not there. It is without A. So we should chant Mahat and not do Mahatta. We should not supply additional akara into it. Now see, Sa, Vo, Pa, Ni, Sh, Do, Ga, Vaha. 8 alphabets. Dog, Dha, Go, Pa, La, Nan, Da, Naha. Next 8. Par, Tho, Va, Sa, Su, Bhir, Bho, Ta. Next 8. Dug, Dham, Gi, Ta, Mr, Tam, Ma, Hat. So we are not adding. Oh, we are not adding. If we say Mahatta, then we are getting 9th alphabet. So when we provide extra alphabets, we break the chandas. Now this chandas is Anushtup chanda, where 8 alphabets are there in one quarter. And when we meddle with the chandas, then we break that chandas, and it is not a correct scientific way to do it. Okay. Now the word is gavo over there. So gavo is because of the sandhi rule, which we are not seeing today. So first we saw prapanna parijata. There is something called samasa, which we will learn going forward when we get. Now there is something called as sandhi. So when the quarter we break, after 8 alphabet, when we break that quarter, when we break that pada, then we have to open the sandhi and stop. We can't stop at gavo. And the word over there is gavaha. So gavaha comes from, it is a plural of go shabda. Go means cow. So singular. And in the first case, the plural of the go shabda in the first case is gavaha. So gavaha means cows. So whenever such a sandhi break will come, I'll be pointing it out in a green color. So far we didn't have, this is the first time we got it. We break a pada and we are stopping over there. That means break the sandhi and stop. So we should know that gavo is a sandhi rule because next word is dogdha coming. Some things happen and this gavo happens. But when we break, it has to become gavaha. So now both of you will chant again, keeping vatsa, the blue in mind, dugdha, and that anuswara rule, dugdham gitamritam, mahata, not to say Mahat. Okay, so we do it once more. Sarvopanisha. Nisha we have to say, not nisha, nisha. Sarvopanishado gavaha. Shri Devi Bodhaji and Dharaniji, you were doing it.
Sarvopaniषदो गावः Dogdha
No. Only repeat. No, just repeat after. Only that much. Dharaniji, are you there?
Yes, Varshaji.
Ha.
Sarvopaniषदो गावः
Dogdha Gopalanandanaha.
Dogdha Gopalanandanaha
Dogdha Gopalanandanaha
Partho Vatsasi. The Visarga, I'm not saying Vatsaha. The next alphabet is Sa. So I'm saying Vatsas Sudhir Bhokta.
Partho Vatsas Sudhir Bhokta
Partho Vatsasudhir Bhokta
Dugdham Gitamritam Mahat.
Dugdhang Gitamritam Mahat
Perfect. Mahat.
Mahat
Dugdham Gitamritam Mahat.
Very good. Sarvopanishado Gavaha Dogdha Gopalanandanaha.
Sarvopanishado Gavaha Dogdha Gopalanandanaha
Sarvopanishado Gavaha Dogdha Gopalanandanaha.
Very good. Partho Vatsasudhir Bhokta Dugdham Gitamritam Mahat.
Partho Vatsas Sudhir Bhokta Dugdhang Gitamritam Mahat
Partho Vatsasudhir Bhokta Dugdham Gitamritam Mahat.
Very good. Chant the full verse now.
Sarvopanishado Gavaha Dogdha Gopalanandanaha Partho Vatsas Sudhir Bhokta Dugdhang Gitamritam Mahat
Very good.
Sarvopanishado Gavaha Dogdha Gopalanandanaha Partho Vatsasudhir Bhokta Dugdham Gitamritam Mahat.
Very good. Sarvopanishado Gavaha Dogdha Gopalanandanaha Partho Vatsasudhir Bhokta Dugdham Gitamritam Mahat. So now what happens over here? This is all in first case. When do we use the first case? If it is an active voice, like I am doing an action, is an active voice. The action was done by me. That is a passive voice. So by me, when you say, I am only the doer of the action. But when I say I am doing the action, so I am the karta. I'm the doer of the action. So that is in the first case, when it is an active voice. But when we make it for a passive voice, what has happened? The action is done by me. So when I'm using the by me, that means in a passive voice, the doer is getting into a third case. We have seen how the third means by or with. It's an instrumental case. So when do we use a first case? In an active voice to point out anything or to show the doer of the action. So Prathama Vibhakti is for the karta in an active voice, or that is a tree, Saha vrikshaha asti. Eshaha kankanam. So this is the bangle. So when I want to point out anything, or if there is a doer of the action I have to do, if it's an active voice, then it is a prathama vibhakti. So over here, what is happening? Everything is shown as a prathama vibhakti because they are pointing out who is what. Who is what over here? Sarva Upanishadaha prathama vibhakti. When we open the Sandhi, it is Upanishadaha Gavaha. All the Upanishads are Gavaha or cows. So Gava, Gau Shabda is a prathama vibhakti, ekvachan, and Gavaha is bahuvachan. It's a plural. Gavaha. Gauhu, single. Gavaha, plural. If it was two, Gavau. So that we will see another time. But in Sanskrit, we have singular, we have dual, and we have plural. So now we have prathama vibhakti. The first case, singular is Gauhu. If there are two cows, then we say Gavau. But now there are many cows, so we say Gavaha, plural. Okay, it's first case. So all the Upanishads, they are what? They are cows. Dogdha. Dogdha means the one who is going to milk them. So the milkman. Who is the milkman? Gopala Nandanaha. He's our Krishna. He's a Gopala. Gopala, the one who is protector of the cow. He's a Nandanaha. He is a child of Nanda. Nandanaha. So Gopala Nandanaha. And then Parthaha. We are opening the Sandhi. So Parthaha. Also first case. Vatsaha. Vatsa means a calf. So we are pointing out that calf is Parthaha. Upanishad, Sarvaha Upanishadaha Gavaha. Dogdha is Gopalanandanaha. Parthaha is Vatsaha. Partha means Arjuna is the calf. Now, Sudhir Bhokta. That Rekha you saw on Bhokta, Sudhir. So when we open that Sandhi, it is Sudhihi. Sudhihi means, Dhi means Buddhi. Su means good. So those who are having good Buddhi, that means one who is having a purified mind, purified intellect. They are Bhokta. Bhokta means the one who is eating, like all of us. We had this Sadbuddhi that we want to learn Gita. If we didn't have the Sadbuddhi, then will we come to Gita? No. Will we try to understand? No. We will say, oh, come on, it's outdated thing. Let's go and party. Are people doing like that? Yes. But are not people studying Gita? Yes. Do everyone study Gita? No. So who is coming to Gita? Those who are convinced, those whose minds are purified, those who are seeking. They can only eat this nectar. They can only enjoy this because we are trying to seek something higher in life, which money cannot buy, which our status cannot buy. We have seen the limitation. We have had such experiences in life that some things money cannot do, prestige cannot do. Our whatever luxury cars, luxury house, whatever luxury job, luxury country, whatever we live, do or something, it is not giving us continuous happiness. We know there is something more. We have a query in our heart and mind. We have come here. So then we can enjoy Gita. So Sudhihi, when we have purified them, they are the Bhokta, they are the enjoyers of what? Dugdham, of the milk. So which milk? Gita. So this Gopala, he is milking the Upanishad. That milk is in the form of Gita, and that is that Amrita Mahat, means that great nectar of Gita is being milked, and we are enjoying that. So this is a simile that is being given to each. So Upanishadha are the cows, milkman is Krishna. Cow doesn't give milk just like that, huh? You have to place the calf in front of that. With that happiness, only the milk will come. So Arjuna is placed in front so that we will get benefited. are we having that much accreditations? No, we are trying to be like Arjuna, that we have that much capacity to absorb that. But keeping in front the calf, we are enjoying that Gitamrita. Okay. Sarvopanishado gavaha dogdha gopalanandanaha partho vatsa sudhir bhokta dugdham gitamritam mahat. I see 4 hands more. Next week, we will start first with you. Arun Jain ji, Radhakrishnan ji, Lata ji and Alok ji. I'll remember this so that I can accommodate you in the next session. Today, it's already 9. I'll just, if I'll get into the next verse, the explanation will take some more time. And we have the daily Gita to start. And I have to answer a few questions. Somebody was raising hand to ask that question. So, Chaitanya ji, you were wanting to ask something.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, Varshaji, I have 2 questions actually. That shloka.
Namostute Vyasa Vishala Buddhe.
I need to take shloka.
Namostute Vyasa Vishala Buddhe.
Okay. Namaste. Namaste. Yeah. There. Yes, Varshaji. Bharata Taila Purnaha, right? Why not Bharata Tailena? Because using oil, right?
Yeah. So those are called the samasas. So Bharata Tailena Purna, when we open the samasa, it is going to become like that. So now when too many words are packed together to make one word is beauty of Sanskrit.
Okay.
So these are packed words. So that grammar, slowly we will progress. Then we will touch that. Okay. Next.
Okay. And next one is this verse,
Okay, your voice is breaking. I didn't hear anything.
This is not happening because Gav is to Gava.
Okay, in between. Okay, 1 minute.
Why are we not
Can
doing?
1 minute. Can you repeat your
question?
Okay, can you repeat your question? In between, okay. I didn't hear you. Your voice was breaking.
Okay. So the last verse, Sarvopanishado, right, Varshaji? Sarvopanishadaha. Why not Sarvopanishadaha Gavaha? Because it is not end. Because it is not the end of the pada. Okay. So when we are chanting it, when we are chanting the verse, if it comes at the end of the verse, or if it comes in between as an end of a pada, then we have to open the sandhi and chant. Okay. But if we are chanting it together, then we don't open the sandhi. Then it has to be kept as intact because the next word is following it soon after. Okay. I understood now. Thanks. Okay. Dhanyavad, Varshaji. Hari Om ji, thank you. Anybody else has any other question?
Ma'am, in the first shloka, Parthaya Pratibodhitam, that shloka, the Pratibodhitam, Grathitam, all these are also adjectives of Gita only, no?
Yes, we can say that. Yes, correct.
Because you said the adjectives are Advaita.
Yes. No. This is like description of that, but those are also it's Grathitam. What Gita is Grathitam. What is taught Pratibodhitam. Gita is taught. Yes, they are also.
So these are also adjectives of Gita only.
Yes, but what I have to tell was it is not describing what is Gita, so I didn't add it on. It is describing that Vyasa has done that. It is describing that Krishna has taught it. It is not particularly telling what Gita is. What Gita is, only these 4 are telling. It is Amrita Varshini, it is Ashtadashadhyayini, it is Bhavadveshini. It is describing her. So I had not mentioned that.
Can I ask another doubt also?
Yes, please.
This Gita Amrita Duhe Namaha, what is the root shabda here? Gita
Do it
Amrita
Trikaran. So yeah, I think it will be too much. So
yeah. I was, it was irritating me. That's why, because whether it is duhaha or so if it is duha, it will be duhena, right? Or duhaya. So I was getting a doubt.
No, the fourth, yeah, the fourth case.
And dugdham.
So when it's going to get complicated, and when I have to use new things, there I'm not telling now, because we are only 2 days old in the class. It's only our second half, and all are at different level. If I give too much information, those who are knowing it already, for them it's fine. But those who are beginners, too much information, everything will confuse. So if I have not said something, means there is something more to it, which eventually, see, we've got 700 verses. So that will eventually come
get
at another time. So at the moment,
similarly, but this one is actually for this class only. Dugdham, sorry, you wanted to use the fifth letter of the ka varga. That is why dugdham you said. But it is coming exactly after dha, no? The dha is of the ta varga.
No. It is coming before Gita. It is for Gita. Ga varga we have to see. Ga is in a ka varga. The letter that comes after the word. Because
it is a Sangyutta Akshara, so we have to take the first one. Ga we have to take.
No, my dear. After Anuswara, what is the alphabet?
After Anuswara. Oh, the Gita, we have to do that one. Okay. There was a lot of confusion. Yeah, thank you so much.
So for this one quick thing I will give you, I'll try to post some on the video. I think I should be having from the old class. Now let's say we are writing A. On A we put one Anuswara and write T. What you will read the word?
Ant.
Now same. A you take. Put Anuswara on that. Write next word B. What are you going to read it as?
Amba.
Continue. Now write A. Put a dot. Write K in front of it. What you will say?
Anka.
Hold on. Now A. Again dot on it and write D. What you will say?
Under.
Now what did you do? You tell me. You said Anta. You said Amba. You said Anka. You said under. How did you get it?
So that is the fifth letter of each varga.
See, Anta you said. You didn't say Amta. How?
Right.
Ta, tha, da, dha, na.
Right.
Amba you said. B. Pa, pa, ba, bha, ma. Amba.
Right. Yes.
You said, you didn't say Anka. You said Anka. Ka. Ka, kha, ga, gha, na. Then the last one was interesting. You didn't say under. You said under. How? Ta, tha, da, dha, na, na. So under. Brahmanda. Pindanda. Nakara came. So unknowingly, we are following the Anuswara rules in our day-to-day words. So when we have that, that's why that video tutorial I have sent and highlighting on what is the Anunasika, because that Anunasika rule we'll have to follow in the chanting. I have, I think, the old class video, which I'll put now. So today we have seen Visarga. When the Pa is coming, the Visarga Jnanamayaf Pradipaha. Then when the Vatsas Sudhir, when the Sa is coming, we said Vatsas Sudhir. So we have seen 2 Visarga rules. We have seen 1 Anuswara rule. Like that, slowly we will build up our knowledge class by class, not all together. And then it will be very easy for you to follow.
Yes. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Any more questions?
Varshaji, can I come back to the one you said earlier, Duhe? Duhitra means daughter as well, isn't it? So is it a Kriya Padam here, Duhe?
No. So Kriya Pada takes a noun form when there are certain changes that we make into it.
Yeah.
So that is another level of grammar. That's why I had particularly avoided over there.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thanks. Thank you.
Any more questions? Okay. So now let's end. If you all are not aware, there is something called as Daily Gita, where we meet every day at 9:15, except on Friday and a Sunday we meet at 10:15. We chant the whole Gita through the week, Gita in Saptaha. Monday we start with first chapter, Sunday we come and end with 18th chapter. And it's happening on a daily basis. So those who want to join, please message me. I think I once shared the link in the group also, just to get familiar with the quality chanting of Gita. There's also monthly Gita. Every month, last Sunday, we chant the whole Gita in one go, in one day. So it takes 2.5 hours. This is 20-25 minutes. Some days we chant one chapter, some days we chant 3, some days 5, 4, depending upon what the slot of that day is, and it is fixed. That's not changing. So do message me if you have to, if you have interest to just participate in listening. That's end today's session. Take a deep breath and exhale. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Take a deep breath in, hold it there. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om Shri Krishnarpanamastu. Hari Om, everyone. Happy Kartika
Hari Om.
Deepam to all of you. So our next
Hari
class,
Om.
Shubharatri.
Om.
Our next class
Hari
is
Om.
next Wednesday and not on Sunday. Huh? So we meet
Okay,
next.
thank you.
Hari.
Thank you.
Hari.
Thank you, thank you very much.
Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Steve.
Hari Om.
Hari Om. Thank you, Dharani ji, for quoting the link over there and giving the password. Fantastic. Best done. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hari Om. Hari Om.